Hey everyone, Nancy here from New Travel Escapes. If you've already seen our TRS Yucatan walkthrough, you've got a nice tour of the property. But today we're diving deeper. This resort isn't your typical Cancun all-inclusive. It's a bit different, and we've got thoughts. The good, the bad, and the, that's interesting. Now, before we get started, here's the deal. We are not sponsored. We pay for all of our own trips ourselves. We have no hidden agenda. There's no sales pitch. Just honest reviews to help you decide if this resort is right for you, or if you should keep looking, because let's be real, vacations are expensive and nobody wants to waste money on a place that isn't their vibe. So let's get into it. Here is our TRS Yucatan review. TRS Yucatan is an adults-only luxury resort within the Grand Palladium Riviera Maya complex. It is rated 4.8 out of 5 on Google Reviews and 4.6 out of 5 on TripAdvisor. It is about a 90-minute drive from the Cancun airport and about an hour's drive from the Tulum airport. To give you some perspective, I'll pop a resort map on the screen. So this complex is made up of 4 distinct resorts: Grand Palladium White Sands, Grand Palladium Colonial, Grand Palladium Quintana, and TRS Yucatan, which is the luxury adults-only section. Now, where does TRS stand in the luxury hierarchy? It's a step below Excellence and Secrets resorts, solidly in the luxury category, but with some room for improvement. But it's also usually cheaper than Excellence or Secrets resorts, so it's often a good choice if you're trying to keep your budget in check. Some things they nail here, and some things could use a little tweaking, but overall, a great resort. Arrival at TRS starts with the bellhops. They'll greet you, they'll grab your luggage for you, and they'll lead you to the check-in desks. And here's what happens at the check-in desks. You fill out a bit of paperwork. They take a copy of your passport. You'll get a fabric wristband that doubles as your room key. I love this. There's no more digging through my beach bag for a lost key card, because mine is always down hidden in the bottom of my beach bag somewhere. They also give you a TRS ball cap. They'll bring you a welcome cocktail. It appears in your hand like magic from the lobby bar, and they'll hand you a coupon book for discounts on extra cost items, which in my experience is mostly meh, but hey, maybe you'll find something useful. I don't. Once you're checked in, they'll offer you a chat about their travel club. Now, if that's your thing, go for it. If not, a polite no should do the trick. If your room is ready, the bellhops will take you there. If not, don't worry. You can jump right into vacation mode. The resort has great bathrooms and showers just off of the lobby, so pack a swimsuit in your carry-on and you can start enjoying the resort immediately. Pro tip, these showers are also a lifesaver if you have a late airport pickup and you want to freshen up before your flight home. Now, for those with mobility consideration, here is a heads up. If you have mobility issues, this resort may not be the best choice. There are no elevators and there are a lot of stairs and inclines. While the bellhops carry your luggage up for you, getting around TRS without stairs is nearly impossible. If stairs are a deal breaker, you might want to look at other resorts which are better for accessibility, but if you really want to try this one, then I'm sure they will give you a hand as best that they can, but make sure you book a ground floor room. When you get to your room, you will see that each building has what they call a butler, but it's really more of a concierge service. So here's some of the things that they do for you. The butlers will make your dinner reservations, and yes, all of the restaurants here require a reservation. They will send you a daily activity schedule via WhatsApp, so make sure you've got WhatsApp on your phone before you arrive. They will check in with you daily to see if you need anything, and they will respond to room requests via that WhatsApp app. It's a nice touch. Don't expect a personal butler waiting on you hand and foot, and they're not going to fluff your towel. They're more like an on-call guest service assistant which is really handy. Now, while we're talking about butlers, there's an e-butler. Before you even arrive, TRS Yucatan connects you with their e-butler service, which in theory is supposed to make your life easier. In practice, not so much. We got an email with a checklist for our room preferences, things like alcohol choices, Nespresso pod choices, and a dinner reservation for our first night. So we filled it out and we sent it back. Then they sent it again, as if we hadn't done it. So, like the responsible vacationers that we are, we filled it out a second time and made the same dinner request. Fast forward to check-in, and it was as if we had sent that form into the abyss. Nothing we requested was in our room. Worse yet, no dinner reservation. And here's where things went mildly annoying to full-on frustrating. Every a la carte restaurant was fully booked. Our only option, room service or the buffet at the family resort next door. We did ask around, and it turns out we were not the only guests with this experience. Now, I really dislike having to make dinner reservations at all. It disrupts that go-with-the-flow vacation vibe that I'm looking for, but to have 0 options despite 2 prior requests, this was not a great first impression. Tired, hungry, and annoyed, we skipped the family buffet and went with room service instead. Not the best start to our stay at TRS. At Excellence or Secrets, this wouldn't have been an issue, but here, let's just say I wasn't feeling the luxury experience just yet. Let's quickly talk about the suites. Now, I'll be doing a separate video on all of the different suite options, but for now, here's a quick tour of the room. TRS Yucatan goes for an open concept design. Some of you will love it. Personally, it's not my thing, but that's very subjective. Bathrooms are clean and well maintained. There's no complaints here. Bathroom privacy? Well, it's minimal. Everything is reflective glass, including inside the water closet and shower. Yep, a mirrored toilet area. I'm just going to let you think about that for a moment. The closet is open glass, no doors. Now, I'm not a fan of looking at my own luggage clutter, especially when it's reflected everywhere. The safe is spacious enough for my laptop. The bed is firm, too firm for me, but some people might like it, so that's not a downside. Housekeeping and turn-down service were really well done. The toiletries are L'Octane, which was a nice touch. Don't expect a bunch of extras like a shaving kit, a sewing kit, or a dental kit. We just got a shower cap and some cotton pads, which was fine. I usually look after all that other stuff myself, but if you're used to those little extras, they're not here in this room. There was a great, comfortable seating area. There's a smart TV. You can order room service right from the television. They have a coffee station. They also have a separate Nespresso machine. There's a mini fridge stocked with standard soft drinks and beers. There's a few little snacks, but mediocre. There's 2 complimentary bottles of alcohol or wine, so you pick them from the list provided by your butler or concierge or, the e-butler that just didn't exist. Although a bit quirky, the rooms were clean, modern, comfortable, well maintained, and our air conditioning worked very well. As I mentioned, we're going to do a deep dive into all of the different suite categories at TRS Yucatan, but for now, this gives you the general idea of what the suites are like here. If you're looking for a super romantic getaway, TRS Yucatan might not be the best fit. While it is adults only, the crowd is a mix of families with adult children, groups of friends, and couples. So it's relaxed, but not necessarily overly romantic. So if you're after a more intimate, couple-focused vibes, there are probably better choices out there. This resort is spread out. And I don't mean a couple of long hallways spread out, I mean you'll be getting your steps in spread out. If you like walking, great. There are beautiful pathways, especially at night when the mangroves are lit up. If you prefer not to sweat on your way to dinner, don't worry, golf carts run around all day. We never waited more than a couple of minutes for one, and if you don't see one, just let your butler or the restaurant host know that you'll need one or request it from the TRS app on your phone. These walkways run all through the mangroves and they are beautiful, but they're not really well marked. Now, my husband did not have any problems after a couple of days, but me, I am directionally challenged, and left to my own devices, I would probably still be in there. Let's talk about the restaurants. One of the best things about staying at TRS is that if you're here for a week, you really never have to eat at the family restaurants unless you choose to. TRS has 5 exclusive restaurants: Helios, which is a buffet and a la carte; Capriccio, which is buffet and also a la carte; Tentazione is Italian; La Boheme is French; and El Gaucho is their steakhouse. Additionally, there are 2 outdoor grills for lunch, one at the infinity pool and the other over at the TRS-exclusive beach. Now, overall, the restaurants are good, with some dishes being excellent and others just okay. A unique feature here is that the buffets serve as an addition to the a la carte menus, offering flexibility, so if buffets aren't your thing, you'll never have to eat from one. But if you enjoy picking your own food out, particularly for breakfast, the quality at the buffets was impressive. I mean, we're talking full bowls of raspberries here, which really, I was sold right there. I'll show you a little bit of the breakfast buffet setup at Helios in the morning. You can get an idea of the food quality at TRS. TRS also offers an amazing selection of alcohol, arguably the best of any resort that we've reviewed on our channel thus far. You want Belvedere at the pool? No problem. Glenfiddich 12 at lunch? They've got you covered. The cocktails are excellent. The only disappointment? The included house wines were kind of minimal and uninspiring. But I'm going to do a deep dive into all of the restaurants and their menus and the bars in a separate video. It'll just take too long if I put them in this one. Let's move on and talk about the beach. Here's something to keep in mind. There is no real beach near the main TRS pool area, just a rocky shoreline. However, TRS does have a dedicated beach area at the far end of the property near the Kentana Family Selection Beach. A lot of TRS guests don't even know it's there. You can take a long walk to get there, you can walk down the beach to get there, or you can hop on a golf cart for a quick, 5-6 minute ride. And the carts run frequently, so you'll never have to wait very long. Over at the TRS beach, you'll find a separate lunch grill, a great bar, beach concierge for towels and chairs set up, beach servers for drinks. The ocean entrance is a bit rocky for the first meter or two, and then it becomes all sand. So if you love swimming in the ocean, pack some water shoes. I didn't think to bring any and found myself tiptoeing gingerly through the first few feet until I reached the sandy area. But it is a gorgeous exclusive beach area and well worth the little golf cart ride to get over there. If you're more of a pool person than a beach person, the tiered infinity pool is the main hub of activity at TRS. Here's what you need to know. There are plenty of padded loungers and towels, and the chairs are pretty comfortable. There's excellent poolside servers. There's a great lunch grill and 2 poolside bars. Also know that this tiered infinity pool is popular and it fills up fast, so get there early if you want a chair or a bali bed. Service is great and the wait staff is fast and friendly around the infinity pool. They even bring out popsicles some afternoons. It's a really nice little touch. For something unique, check out the Seawater pool, a naturally carved out pool where ocean water flows in and out, bringing small fish with it. It's a fun experience, though it took my brain a second to adjust when a fish swam up to say hello. In my head, I was floating around in a pool. Now, I knew there was fish, but it didn't quite sink in until one of them startled me. One of those duh moments, This area also has a bar and poolside servers. There's plenty of seating. There is definitely not enough umbrellas for shade, and there's towels available there so you don't need to lug them from the other pool. One downside is there's no food service here, but it's only really a 1-minute walk back to the Infinity Pool Grill when you need a snack, so it really wasn't a big deal. I don't think I've ever been to another resort that has a pool quite this unique. For a quieter experience, there's a third pool. It's the relaxation pool at the center of this resort. This pool is the only heated pool in the winter. It has a bar nearby, it has limited seating, and it can be hard to find a chair. But the coolest thing is this pool stays open until midnight. I almost never see that at adult resorts where the pool's open late. But this one's open till midnight, and it's perfect for those after dinner nighttime swim, float, whatever. As a TRS guest, you also have access to all of the pools throughout the entire resort complex. So the White Sands pool is large and spacious. The Kentana and Colonial pool, it's another great option. They both have swim-up bars. And there's a secret pool, adults only, on the family side that's worth checking out if you want to mix things up a bit. I'll show you the secret pool in our colonial review video. For the most part, the staff at TRS Yucatan delivers excellent service. Service standards are a big deal when you're looking at paying for a luxury property, and TRS does it well. I think having the butler or concierge for each building allows for more attention to detail and a more personalized experience for their guests. TRS is good at the details. For example, they have different coasters with different quotes that they use for under your drinks rather than the standard logo coaster. They bring out small dishes of bar snacks if you're sitting at the lobby bar listening to the musician. They even stamp the burger bun with a burnt-in TRS logo. Now, I wouldn't have noticed if they didn't, but it did make me smile when they did. If you love a packed schedule of activities, TRS might feel a little quiet. Here's a peek at the typical daily lineup. So you might have 9 a.m. yoga. Then you might have 11 a.m. stand-up paddleboard yoga. Then you might have a 4 p.m. guacamole making class. And in the evening, there might be a macrame workshop. While these are great options, they lean towards relaxation rather than high energy. So just know that that's the type of entertainment style you're looking at. For sports lovers, you have full access to the fantastic sports complex shared among the 4 resorts. We've covered it in a separate video, so check that video out if you're interested in tennis or pickleball, soccer, volleyball, archery, mini golf, and more. You have it available to you right there. Personally, I found the TRS side a bit too quiet. There's not a lot of live music or entertainment. So if that's your thing, you'll probably find yourself heading to the other resorts in the complex just like we did. Anytime we wanted to catch a band or solo musicians, we ended up making our way over to the other properties. They did have a DJ at the pool one afternoon, and we did enjoy that, but overall, the resort has more of a chill relaxation vibe. One last thing I want to mention is that TRS Yucatan, just like TRS Coral, offers the Chic Cabaret Show. I think it runs several nights a week, so they must sell a lot of tickets. I've heard it is a fun night out with a 7-course tasting menu, plenty of drinks, and a fun-filled cabaret music show. Now, personally, we don't tend to spend a lot of extra money above the cost of our vacation, so we skipped it. But you can check it out when you're there to see if it's something that you would like to do. I really don't think it's something that you need to worry about booking in advance because they offer it frequently throughout the week. TRS Yucatan is an elegant, laid-back escape that caters to adults looking for great food, premium drinks, and plenty of relaxation. The tiered infinity pool is stunning, the dining options are varied, and the service is mostly top-notch. That said, it's not for everyone. If you're looking for a resort with a lively atmosphere, non-stop entertainment, or a truly beachfront experience, TRS might not check all your boxes. It's also an hour-and-a-half drive from the airport, so it's not ideal for a long weekend getaway. But if your idea of a great vacation is unwinding in a serene upscale setting with gourmet dining and top-shelf drinks, this could be a good option. What do you think? Would TRS Yucatan be your style, or are you looking for something with a bit more energy? We went to TRS Coral last year and made a bunch of videos about that one, so you might want to compare the two and see if one is a better fit for you than the other. We're also working on videos about each of the Grand Palladium family resorts within this whole complex. So if you're looking for a destination multi-generational family group, This is one to look at because some people can stay at TRS and some people can stay at Cancun, and you can have access to everything. We're also booked to stay at 2 Excellence properties in the Dominican Republic, as well as 2 Serenade properties next month. And in September, we're going to try the new Excellence Coral in Playa Mujeres, and we're back to EPM. Now you know I love the Excellence properties, so we're going to see how the Dominican Republic resorts compare to their Mexican counterparts. So be sure to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of those resort reviews either. As always, if you found this review helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We try very hard to bring you honest and authentic content, not just some AI-generated review created by someone who's never even been to the resort. We hope our videos are helpful when you're planning your next vacation, and if so, please support the channel so that we're able to bring you more content like this. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!